All right, pre-show shenanigans. Like I said before, I'm on a roll right now. I'm finding the most. Hey, logos away, Grant. We've talked about this. You can't have a
Oh
logo out when you're
shit.
drinking. You know, you can't
Where's my
be
duct tape?
doing that. Now I'm gonna have
Where's
to.
my duct tape?
Now the editor's gonna have to go and edit that out.
Sorry,
All
just
right.
give me a sec. Keep
Okay,
going. I can hear us,
okay.
but keep going.
All right. So I've been on a roll lately. I've been finding some random things. Sometimes it's worked out, sometimes it hasn't. I think this one's working out. This is an MLB pre-show, which actually kind of will work well with us transitioning into the
It's
episode.
a little makeshift, but I think this will do. Can I just pretend I'm kind of like Andy Reid, just cover it like this whenever I take a
you
sip?
kind of gotta crumple it.
Oh wait, wait.
That works.
It goes the other way. I don't want.
No, well, that's more of a Mike
to see my
McDaniel.
coding homework, but a little like this. Oh, this is like a little Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
This is a little Shanahan right here.
It's a. You could also kind of cover it like with your hand, like a little Mike McDaniel, playoff
I'm a big
sneak.
fan of the Sean McVay sideways like this.
Oh yeah,
he's horizontal. He goes hamburger.
He doesn't even need to see the play calls. Like he just sees like color. Like you don't even need to see any.
I know this is not the intended pre-show, but those videos where they ask Sean McVay, like, do you remember your play call for Kirk Cousins in the fourth quarter of week 15, 2014? And he's like, yes, exactly. Play action, shot, play.
No, it's like fourth quarter, 4 minutes or not. You don't even give him the time.
At exact time.
Like,
you just give him a down and distance, and he knows.
Third and 5. He's like, yeah, it was 4 minutes, 22 seconds left.
He might ask one question like, which hash was it on? And you could just be like, left hash. He's like, are you sure? Was it the right? And then he's like, yeah, right. Okay, yeah.
You're like, hold on, wait a sec.
He's a genius.
This pre-show is.
Jordan McVay. Wow.
Yeah,
boy, that kid has
talking about the next generation right there.
Yeah.
This pre-show is not related to Sean McVay. Unfortunately, that would be its own good pre-show. This is related to the MLB.
Jordan McVay.
The second coming of Bill Belichick. Yes, I apologize.
He's not a second coming of Bill Belichick. Can I get like a documentary? Bill Belichick wishes he could be Jordan McVay.
Can I get like a life documentary of Jordan McVay? Like, can we start it now and just watch the progression?
Well, there's not much in the documentary so far.
So far, but like,
up to this
I want to have like 25 years worth of footage for a documentary, and in 27 years, I want to watch that. That's what I want.
So, are you saying it's kind of like what they did with The Last Dance, keep it in a vault for like 20 something years?
No,
and then
literally, that's what I want. I know we're getting something like that with Kobe, apparently.
Yes. And also the MLB just announced they're going to do their first.
I did see that.
Hard Knocks thing following the Red Sox. They also said, though, they are releasing a documentary this year following the 2004 Red Sox season when they broke their.
Oh, okay.
However many year curse that was, like them and the Cubs had the longest record. Now I believe it's the Cleveland Indians, I believe, now holds that record.
So just on the MLB now, this was not related to the next Netflix documentary.
Guardians, sorry.
But arguably this should be a part of the Netflix documentary.
Fraud alert. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Good. All right. Go on.
Okay, so this has to do with the Philadelphia Phillies. There is a long-standing underground cheesesteak-eating contest for the opposing teams whenever they travel
underground.
Underground meaning like it's like
illegal?
it's like a gentle. No, it's not illegal. It's not illegal things going on.
It's a private invitation.
It's a private invitation. Like you have to be on the opposing team going into Philly. This all started. You know who?
Only opposing fans compete.
No, team. The literal team. Players on the team compete.
Shit.
That's why
I thought like Bill's Mafia is coming to town.
No.
We're inviting the inner circle and the Bill's Mafia inner circle. That's what I was thinking. But sorry.
This all started with Dimitri Young. Do you know who Dimitri Young is?
For the sake of the story, yes.
Yes.
But I feel like you're about to explain.
Either way, he was on the Detroit Tigers. He was an all-star, right? This started because he ate 11 cheesesteaks over a 3-game series span. And that was like, the players started hearing about it. So the next team came in and they tried to, certain players just tried to break the 11 cheesesteak record, right? It did not get broken until Mets catcher Dave Ranciello took down 14 cheesesteaks in 2011 over a series. Then Mets bullpen catcher topped it with 17.
Wait, does that count though? Does that count? Does bullpen catcher count?
Yes.
Because he can eat during the game.
Yes, the bench players count. The bench players do count.
Okay.
Eric Langell took down 17 in 2013. 2 years after that.
And these are specifically 3 games.
This is like during the series.
Specifically 3 game series.
During those series, yes.
Because if we got a 4-game series, that's an extra 24 hours.
Yeah, no, we're looking at 3. We're looking at 3.
Thinly sliced ribeye with an extra 24 hours.
The funniest part about all this, the Mets itself set a team record with 103 cheesesteaks eaten.
Wait,
and then they lost.
The Mets.
Then they lost the next 2 games of the series.
Explains a little too much here, guys. Now Frank Tank, I don't think he would like to hear this information as the king and the face of the Mets franchise.
There are rules to this. There are rules to this.
Yeah, event. Actually, can we like? Is it a full-on works cheesesteak?
Everything,
like with peppers, onions,
12
mushrooms,
inches
and everything.
Long. It's 12 inches long.
Got it.
Okay. It's a $5 foot long. All right. We can use that for context.
Well, now that shit with inflation's like, I don't know,
not
$13 foot long.
Everything must be consumed within the clubhouse. You cannot yak.
That's a good rule.
There is no yakking. Of
course.
You're immediately eliminated if you yak. Some form of meat must be in the roll. I'm sorry, Mookie Betts. That eliminates you.
Wait. Whoa. Why is that? That should be a given. It can't be somebody's like, I'm vegan, put without tofu in it. I don't know.
All right. And the bun must be filled. This is because somebody threw
bun must be filled.
The bun itself must be filled. Like it can't be like you can't like it has to be filled to the brim. Like it can't just be like
like stuff with bread. Like onions, mushrooms, and shit. Okay.
And this is also because somebody threw 2 cheesesteaks in a blender and drank it blended cheesesteaks.
If you really wanted to complete the mission, that's how you would do it. I know David Ortiz would pound cheesesteaks smoothies if he had the chance. I know he would.
Now, the sandwiches.
Vogel fat? Vogel fat on the Mets.
He actually does not own the record.
Numbers.
He is not on the record.
What?
Does not own the record.
Like, so, at least if he did that, he'd have
all of the sandwiches
he's done in his career.
All the sandwiches are made in the visitors' clubhouse. They're cooked by the clubhouse attendant. So this is made in-house in the Mets locker room.
So this is a Phillies clubhouse attendant.
This is a Phillies clubhouse attendant. It's like their standard, right?
I was wondering if they got it from that really famous cheesesteak place or not, or something like that. But yeah,
now this is another turn to it. Unfortunately, the official cheesesteak record books held by the Phillies were lost.
Official cheesesteak record books?
They have a record book. They have their own record book, but it was
separate
lost.
of the Guinness World Records. It's the specific Philadelphia cheesesteak record book.
It was lost during COVID-19, so we no longer have it, unfortunately. But this is the. I'm about to read the record. I'm about to read the records to you. I'm going to read the unofficial official records to you. Okay.
Now this is all corrupt.
All right.
Something we had great in this country is now ruined. The cheesesteak eating competition.
The one-day team record is currently held by the Mets. One game.
Okay, the Mets clear. We know where their priorities
at
stand.
103 cheesesteaks. They won the first game. They lost the next 2 games of the series.
Do we know when this occurred?
I don't have the year written right now, but I think it was 2014.
I have a really big question because I feel like starting pitchers on off days, you gotta carry the brunt of this workload. You gotta carry the.
No, that's kind of it was the rotation guys. Like
if Kenley Jansen pitched an inning the night before, you better fucking eat 7 on your own, okay? For the team, for the boys, you better take down.
Okay, so
Austin Barnes, you better eat.
The individual 3-day record, which is the gold standard, like this is the moneymaker.
17, right?
Rockies coach Mike Jasperson holds the record at 21 and a half in a 3-game series.
I like that we count the halves. I like that.
Next is Brewers bullpen catcher Marcus Hamill at 18.
Once again, I feel like the bullpen catchers, there's a slight caveat there, but okay.
Mets bullpen catcher Eric Langell at 17. Another Mets bullpen catcher, Dave Raciello at 14. And all-star outfielder Dimitri Young with 11, who's the original record holder.
Yes.
The individual 4-day record holder, Rockies coach Mike Jasperson, is back at 25.
All right, so this guy, Mike Jasperson,
Brewers catcher Marcus Hamill is back at 23, and pitcher Matt Latos is there at 18. Now the individual,
I know him.
The individual 1-day records for one game in the series. This is actually pretty impressive. I'm going to be honest. Infield.
I'm just saying, is it a 24-hour, like the second?
No, this is only in the clubhouse. Only in the clubhouse. So like when you leave the clubhouse, it's over. This is like during
it's essentially
game time.
Like 3 hours before the game to a couple hours after in that.
Yeah,
time.
But everybody gets the same amount of time. Like you all get the same amount of time, right? Infielder
in theory,
Adrian.
If you get pulled, you can go eat.
Yes.
In theory. Yes.
Or eat between it. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yes.
Infielder Adrian Sanchez at 10.5 holds the individual 1-day record holder. One game, 10.5 in a single game. Giants special assistant coach Chad Chop with 10.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Chad Chop.
All-star closer Bobby Thigpen at 8. Mets bullpen catcher.
These are made up names. These are made up names. You're gonna say Lefty Dick Strong neck.
And
Lefty Dick Strong, say it.
All-star outfielder and rounding up the rear, Corey Hart was 7 in one game. One day.
I feel like
for reference, Coach Chop was a replay review analyst for the Giants from 2014 to 2018, and in 2016.
I don't know how Coach Chop wasn't immediately hired as the third base coach for the Atlanta Braves.
Here's the
I don't know how that didn't
This
happen.
is a story. There's a story to this.
You need
in
to
2016, he became aware of this record and knowingly attempted to break it, having 7. After 7.5, he threw it up, was disqualified. Record doesn't stand. Right? He came back in 2017. He came back in 2017. Not really wanting to do it again. But he held his head high and he tried it again. He had gotten into shape. He did yoga. He said, fuck that. I'm doing it again. Brandon Belt coached the team and put an offer of a table of over $10,000 if he does it.
Brandon Belt?
Did it.
Wait, who?
Brandon Belt.
Oh my God.
And got the team to put $10,000 on the line for him if he breaks it. He did it, and he fucking broke it.
All right, that might be the only thing that I could enjoy hearing from the Giants organization. That's hilarious. I can't even be mad at that. Like, I wish the Dodgers.
For reference,
did fun
Coach
shit like
Chop
that.
is Coach Chop is the guy who threw 2 of them in a blender and drank it.
Yeah, I could tell Coach Chop takes this shit serious. Okay, all right.
It was
Coach Chop cares. All right,
3 24-ounce cups of Philly cheesesteak.
Oh my God, Wow, that's
the pre-show.
That's putting your mind to the metal. Okay, that's putting your ass on the line. Okay, that is risking it all.
Your ass is really on the line there.
Literally. Yeah, no, that's impressive. We need to give this man his flowers, Coach Chop, not only for his name but for his accomplishments both on and off the field. So, Coach Chop,
$10,000, pretty worth it.
I gotta give quick little snaps. Coach Chop, I gotta give quick little snaps for you. That's amazing. That's genuinely the only news I've heard from the Giants recently that I was like, you know what? I can let the hate
hold
die
on. When
for
did
a
the Giants make the World Series?
Well, they won it in 2010, 2012, and 2014.
Was 2014 the last time they made it?
I believe so.
Okay, yes. I was trying to see if Coach Chop had some influence here with some.
Yeah, that was the last time they made it. Yeah, 2016. Boy, they arguably should have beat the Cubs and gone back, but Cubs won.
Hey, if Coach Chop had got that record, I'm telling you, maybe they did. Maybe they would have.
I'm saying we maybe got lucky as Dodger fans avoiding a Giants-Dodgers matchup to go to the World Series in 2016. I'm not. Yes. I don't know if I would have been able to do that. I don't know if I could have done that. But yeah, Giants. I feel like baseball's the hardest sport to win a World Series or a championship, and the fact they did 3 in
6 years,
11, 12, 5 years, 3 and 5. They took 2 years off. Okay, all right. Nah, so they did their Mahomes shit. Huh. All right, I think it's time to get into that one. All right. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Waterboy podcast. Today it is episode 194, and it is the Super Bowl 58 preview. Will Patrick Mahomes get ring number 3 and make this year especially bad for me seeing Michigan and the Chiefs win? Or will Brock Purdy get it done? Will he prove all the haters wrong, cement himself on his own GOAT's path. Okay. If Brock Purdy can win a ring year 2 as Mr. Irrelevant, he's on his own arc. So regardless who wins this game, history, story tales, legends, GOAT tracks, things bigger than just the Super Bowl are going to matter here. All right. Tom Brady's got his eye on this one. But before we dive exactly into the Super Bowl and everything, our king, the face of the Dodgers franchise, our hero, despite his mishaps in the first inning of game 1 in the NLDS, Clayton Kershaw is about to be officially back with the Dodgers. By the time this comes out, it'll be out today. We're waiting till Thursday to officially sign him. Pitchers and catchers report today. So, hey, baseball season's right around the corner. Also, Dodgers, our pitchers and catchers are reporting early. We have that early series in Seoul, Korea. So we're going to play our opening day series about a week before everyone else, a little 2-gamer against the Padres in Korea. So
can't wait for that.
That's its own thing. But yeah, Dodgers catchers and pitchers have reported. And when that, or today will report, when that happens, Dodgers are now officially allowed to put players on IL, not IR, but on the injured list, not disabled list. And once that happens, Kershaw won't start the season on the team. Nope. He'll start on the IL, and he's looking for a June, July, August return, something around then. But even with that Paxton signing, even with that Paxton signing a couple weeks ago, been hearing a lot of things about us wanting to go to a 6-man rotation for Yamamoto because they don't pitch that frequently in Japan. They only pitch about once a week. They have more off days. And for Yamamoto's longevity, remember, a lot of clauses, a lot of opts out for the Dodgers if he ever gets elbow surgery. That was the words. That was the vocab used in the contract. So we want to keep Yamamoto's elbow safe, going to a 6-man rotation. We could see that staying for a while with Ohtani too, if he ends up pitching and we want to take less stress off of him. So yeah. And if you look at the way we're set up long-term, like we got a plethora of young pitchers on their way up. I bet Sheehan next year will be pretty damn good at baseball. So I'm all cool with a 6-man rotation for a near future outlook with the Dodgers, but Clayton is back regardless of how we all felt after game 1 last year. It would just be wrong to see him wearing a Houston, or not Houston.
Like I said,
worse, a Texas Rangers uniform.
Like I said, there's a certain point where I'm just going to be asking for him to retire just because I one, don't want to see him on another team, and 2, I don't necessarily want to pay
for his sake.
For his sake, like I'm trying, like I don't want to see you get blown up again. Like I don't know. I'm happy that he's back on the team. I'm happy that he's back on the team with everybody who's on the team now. And like, this is probably,
it would feel weird if he just wasn't here.
This is, I wouldn't necessarily say at this point in his career that he's like that last infinity stone to make the gauntlet, right? But he's like the pinky finger going into the gauntlet with all the stones on it, right? So
I also just feel like for Ohtani and Yamamoto, like they want to be his teammate, at least for they want to be,
that they obviously they grew up watching Clayton play. Yeah. So
Clayton has sauced up Ohtani a good amount. He picked Ohtani off in that Dodger All-Star game in LA.
Yeah, now also like I'm just thinking about it. Once Kershaw comes off of IL, and remember, I mean, one of Gonzo or Dustin May probably aren't going to be playing this year.
I think Dustin May might be ahead of schedule. Gonsolin, I think no, but Dustin May, we could see a return in like August.
Yeah. So now here's the question. Right now, let's think of that 6-man rotation. Okay, Yamamoto, Buehler, Bobby, Glasnow, Sheehan, and Paxton. That's our 6-man right now. Okay, so
sign me up, baby.
Great.
Sign me up.
But now here's the question. That's the current 6-man. What happens when we throw in an additional 2 pitchers into that, in Kershaw and in Dustin May? So
that's a great problem.
I love it's a great problem. But one, do they get turned into long relievers? Do they become bullpen guys, or do they get
call down? I see a Sheehan call down. He still has options available, so we can move him down. He doesn't need to clear waivers. He'll get called down. Paxton, definitely long reliever. Or if he gets if Paxton can get the job done, I think he's really valuable because he will be that second lefty arm to start the year. He's the only lefty arm.
Whoa, real quick on the MLB. Breaking news.
Oh,
record salary arbitration has gone down. 3-time All-Star Vlad Guerrero has won his arbitration, winning $19.9 million against the Blue Jays, and that tops Teoscar Hernandez, Dodger, $14 million.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow, good. You know what? I feel like arbitration is just one of the funniest things in all of just professional sports.
Can you imagine if that was in? Can you imagine that was in the NFL? You just have Patrick Mahomes on like a shitty
I just thought of the greatest example ever. Okay, like let's say like shit. I can't think of a exact running back, but let's just say
Jonathan
Austin Eckler going into last year, and it's an arbitration judge ruling case on who deserves it or not. Okay. And let's say the judge isn't like a diehard football fan, but like, you know, just aware of the NFL. Like, let's say he's a Steelers fan, you know, he doesn't actually care about the Chargers, but he knows how the NFL works. And Austin Eckler's agent and then the Chargers representation, they are sitting in a courtroom, sitting there just going back and forth. Austin Eckler's like, do you know how many touchdowns I have scored for your pathetic ass offense over the last 2 years? And then they just respond like, Austin, do you know like the lack of snaps you've played and your yards per carry this past season? Just going back and forth constantly. Then it'll eventually just get to a point where they're like, Austin, you're an ugly bald bitch. We don't like you. And it's just bickering back and forth. I remember when Corbin Burns had his arbitration last year, Burns' team wanted 10.7. Brewers said 10. And I heard that started a big rift between Corbin Burns and the Brewers front office moving forward. They cheaped out $700K on him. I feel like in an arbitration hearing with like a Vladdy, and I'm going to assume that judge doesn't watch a lick of baseball. A Toronto judge, I'm just going to assume he does not care about the Blue Jays. I just feel like they could sit down and just show him a highlight tape of Vladdy in that first home run derby. And he's like, yeah, Vladdy wins. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jays. We got to give it to this guy. Are you kidding me? Like, did you see that shit? I'm just so curious how those arbitration hearings work, especially if the judge knows nothing about baseball. Like,
I feel like it's probably
like a Dustin May. There's coming off. I mean, injury, I'm assuming, like a Walker Buehler. I'm
assuming that the arbitrational judges or whatever, like, are very much aware of.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yes. I feel like to make it fair, you'd need an impartial judge who doesn't actually give a shit about that specific team.
No, yeah, you can't.
But
you can't
I just
have
wonder
the
if
Dodgers
that judge
going
had
to
a baseball opinion. He's like, dude, are you kidding me, bro? Like, your fastball spin rate has dropped by 40% over the last 3 seasons. You think you're worth that? Like,
all judges should be from the Oakland A's. They should be Oakland A fans. That's every judge in the MLB needs to be Oakland A fans.
Was just Rob Manfred. He was the judge in all of and he always rules with the team every single time.
Except
I'm just asking
Toronto.
the questions here. I just want to say real quick, while you brought up the highest ARB signing ever, I remember hearing Corey Seager when he had his final arbitration year at the Dodgers. That was a record at the time. That deal was worth $13.7 million. Teoscar broke that last season. Now it's been broken significantly by Vladdy at 20. I do think, I mean, we all know who Vladdy is. Vladdy is a premier player. He didn't have, for Vladdy standards, you know, last season, a bit of maybe slightly disappointing, but that's a $300+ million man. So he's going to get his bag. Bo Bichette's going to get his bag. Yeah, Blue Jays. We'll see if they can keep them all. We'll see if they want to.
We'll see.
I doubt it, but we'll see. Vladdy, though, yeah, he's Blue Jay for life.
Yeah.
And then traded to the Yankees on the back half of his career once his numbers go down.
That or like the Marlins for something. It's also an option.
I could see him just enjoying like a Marlin, Florida weather, Tampa.
Yeah, Miami.
Like that. I could see him enjoying that.
Yeah.
That's where the Marlins play, Miami.
Yep, not Tampa. They do not play in Tampa.
It used to be the Florida Marlins, which was the way better logo, but yes.
Yes. No, that is true. Okay, a little bit of college football before we get into the NFL and the big part of the weekend. Only thing I'm going to say.
Oh, what's happening this weekend? Oh, the waste
Waste
management. Oh
management
yeah, I
open.
forgot. Yeah.
There's potential news regarding the NCAA. The only thing that I don't know how much we're going to talk about this, but Dartmouth has the National Labor Relations Board has ruled that
one was big.
That Dartmouth basketball players are now considered employees of the school and that they can vote to form a union. This essentially will set up, assuming other teams and schools follow this, that would set up the dissolution of the NCAA by all effective standards.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and there are other things. There are other things going on, like the SEC and Big Ten have advisory boards now. Talks with super conferences and stuff, and obviously people can't just look at it like football, right? Like it has to be every sport that would not have the NCAA, and this is the first step to every sport not having the NCAA because they're considered employees of the programs.
Yeah, something that I have heard of recently from the king of college football, Josh Pate, he was mentioning how major changes are coming to not just college football, but college athletics as a whole. As of right now, the NCAA, essentially the only thing they have power over is March Madness. That's like kind of it.
Yes.
Moving forward, though, their power is obviously decreasing by the minute. They are just now finalizing rulings from cases initially issued in 2021, 3 years ago.
They're realizing right now that they're kind of fucked and they're trying to like actually catch up on everything.
Yeah, I don't like to say this because I have a lot of friends who play on college athletic teams.
Oh, I do too.
College football teams. And as much as it pains me to say, without doubt in my mind, many non-revenue generating teams are going to be cut from colleges. And I think a big part of the NCAA, one thing that they did relatively well, I guess, in terms of their morals, is that they wanted those high revenue generating teams, mostly football teams, basketball teams. They wanted those to subsidize and fund the non-revenue generating teams. It's college athletics as a whole. It's not just college football. Okay. At least in the SEC and the Big Ten. At least in the SEC and Big Ten. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of sports getting cut. All I gotta say.
Yes and no. Yes and no. The future, like we don't know yet, but like there's still possibility that these new conferences or whatever would happen to kind of alleviate kind of the NCAA. They might have some sort of requirement that still requires schools to do something. We just don't know, right? We have no idea how any of this is going to play out. We have no idea what impact any of this is going to have. I just wonder
if student athletes are considered employees. Well, the schools can argue if our employees aren't generating revenue, then we can fire them.
Yeah, technically. But also it's the same thing. Like it's interesting because you're considered employees, I think, for the aspect of NIL, but they're still paying for your tuition. So I don't really know. Like there's a really big gray area.
It's really big gray. To be honest, I haven't exactly read up into it exactly. I think something I didn't exactly quite read up on, but heard. I think if they are employees of the school, then they would have to renegotiate media rights deals and the percentages they get. That's what I heard, but I also heard that the cuts they would get are really not big. Many players are making more from NIL now than what they would from their revenue cut. I did hear that, but I just think there's going to be a lot of changes coming. In terms of recently, we got a 12-team playoff next year. You know, we let's start with that. There's going to be
major hopefully that works out.
Year one,
and hopefully that works out.
My fear, I was bringing this up a long time ago when we addressed it, but it's going to be awful when a 9-3 SEC or Big Ten team makes it to the national championship. It's going to be awful. It's going to make so many people mad.
Be better.
I'm not sure. I think what people this 12-team playoff, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what could happen from it.
Yeah,
I'm
Tulane's winning the
even
national
more
championship.
interested. Yes, that is now on the table. Unfortunately, under the old system, it was unfair.
Essentially impossible.
You guys did not have a chance, really. Now we're gonna have some more opportunities for people to get some shots. There was one other thing about college football. We'll just say that.
Ohio State? Anything Ohio State related?
Yeah.
There was signings today. That's another thing.
Not major ones. Most of them have already gotten out of the way. There's still a good amount of like top guys aren't even committed yet still. So I don't
Yes.
I don't even know where the hell they're going.
Couldn't tell you.
I would just say the biggest one recently that I saw, want to shout out all of my guys over at Michigan. Gatlin Bear was committed to Boise State, 5-star wide receiver. Was crystal balled to Michigan for a while. He is now committed to Oregon. So shout out Dan Lanning, getting the job done. But yeah.
Okay.
Not many commits today, if I'm honest.
All right, on to the most important thing of the week. Who do you think will win the waste management tournament?
So if you want me, we're in the trust tree here. I do not know who's participating in it.
Just say Tiger Woods. Just say Tiger Woods.
Well, I know he's not.
Yeah, that's why. Just say Tiger Woods.
No, I'm gonna be a dimplehead. Ricky Fowler. We're going with the coolest golfer to win it, the coolest event, Ricky Fowler.
Well, Tiger is the coolest golfer, but I appreciate
active.
Tiger Woods is still active, so
technically not right now. I saw he announced his comeback
return. Event. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's
fair. I saw that today.
Woods.
Charlie Woods is going to win the waste management. There.
I don't think he's a pro player yet.
I mean, he could be. I think you got to be a certain age.
He's gonna be a full star of some golf documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, I'll go with that, or whatever college golfer from specifically UT Austin is participating in the tournament. That guy, I'm gonna go with him.
Okay, and in reality, in actuality, let's talk about the Super Bowl. All right,
Scotty Scheffler. Scotty Scheffler's. Oh,
he's gonna win the Super Bowl.
No, the waste.
Okay.
Oh, you want to talk about the less important thing? Okay, right, yeah, we could talk.
Okay, first thing, I was gonna say I think Scotty's number one right now, like ranked. Regardless,
don't ask me. Can't confirm.
So
I actually got some fun Super Bowl facts real quick.
Okay.
Nothing to do with the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Okay.
Just Super Bowl fun facts. Just some things, you know.
Let's hear them.
I feel like one great thing about the Super Bowl is like the crazy random prop bets. I was just looking up funniest prop bets. My favorite one I saw was Drake will be supporting the Chiefs -170. Drake supporting the Niners +140. I love that. That's a great one. But that's also kind of hinting that if he's favored to wear the Chiefs, then the Niners
pick the 49ers
Super Bowl. But hey, I'm not here to connect the dots. I'm not even going to bring up props necessarily, other than big man touchdown +2200. Lock it up. But Everett, guess how much money halftime Super Bowl performers are paid?
$0.
I was looking up though. There's obviously a lot of benefits of it. This will slightly transition to the next fact. Do you also know what the cost of a 30-second ad is this year for the Super Bowl?
$5 million.
More, $7 million.
Okay.
Same price as last year. I guess you could say inflation hasn't quite adjusted when it comes to the rising costs of running a commercial here. You know, you guys get a little bit of a discount this year, but it's an average of $7 million per 30 seconds. The halftime show is, I think, scheduled to be 11 to 15 minutes. I don't know the exact time.
$50 million.
Well, it's just they have, let's say, 10 minutes of uninterrupted viewing time. Last year, Rihanna's halftime performance had more viewers than the Super Bowl itself. So remember, guys, Usher is about to get 10 minutes of fame. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Usher, yes, he is the halftime performer. This is not 2012.
Don't forget it was originally
2024.
Lizzo.
Was it actually?
It was originally Lizzo.
I think I'd be more down. I think I would be more entertained watching Lizzo perform than Usher. I think I would be. That's just me. But
I'm just saying, bring Taylor Swift out. She's already going to be there.
That is another thing, that would have been
hilarious.
Are we ready to say that if Taylor Swift did the Super Bowl this year, that would have been bigger than Prince singing Purple Rain in the Rain?
Oh,
are we ready to say that?
No,
because I think Prince Purple Rain is undefeated, will never be touched. You're telling me that
never
have that again. And it was Peyton Manning's first bowl.
Tell me that Travis Scott coming down with SpongeBob playing in the background was not the number one.
Oh my God. Now that you brought it up, I totally forgot. On the Nickelodeon cast,
they're starting with
sweet victory. Everyone's seen that. Nowadays I listen to the Fox theme song, Fox NFL theme song to get myself hyped up for a test. I think I used to watch that episode, sweet victory video to get myself hyped.
In that episode, when they come out of the ground and they go up into the stadium, it's Raiders Stadium. It's a Raiders game that they go up into.
Wow. Oh, that's too beautiful.
Perfect.
That's too
perfect.
That's too beautiful. Damn it.
I think it's Raiders Broncos. I think that's what it was.
If you remember the other team there too, then wow.
I'm gonna have the
memory of a dolphin, right? Don't they have great memories? What animal has the best memory? I don't know. I might be willing to say us, but it's probably not us.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at what teams were playing during SpongeBob's Sweet Victory.
I'm just gonna go out and say we can't confirm the teams playing.
I'm gonna find it. Hold on. It's got to be in here somewhere. I swear. It's gonna be a nondescript team because they probably didn't want Nickelodeon probably didn't want to pay the NFL, but I remember they were playing. They're in. Okay. I have it. The live action Bubble Bowl crowd is a combination of footage from a United States Football League game, USFL, featuring the Memphis Showboats and the Tampa Bay Bandits.
Showboats?
The Tampa Bay Bandits wear
the Memphis Showboats.
Wear silver and black, and the Memphis Showboats wear red, silver, and white. I was kind of close.
The Memphis Showboats. Oh, okay. I was about to say they have quite an interesting history. They lasted for 4 seasons, from 84 to it says Fulton 86. 85 was their last year in competition. I think they only got 3 years of playing. But shout out the Memphis Showboats. We miss you guys. Back a little bit earlier, I forgot to bring up this point about the Super Bowl ad cost. I was just doing some fun, quick little math. And if a 30-second Super Bowl ad is $7 million, I looked up that the average amount of commercial time minutes over the past 10 Super Bowls is around 45 to 50 minutes of just commercial time. So if we do quick little math, 7 million per 30 seconds, that equals 14 million per 1 minute. 13 or 14 million per 45 minutes is around 630 million. For 50 minutes, that's around 700 million. For
CBS is making a bag. Tip of the cap.
Tip the cap. All right. Tip the cap. I also was doing some research though. The past CBS Super Bowl games not been very competitive. Have not been the greatest games. And yeah, it might be time to actually start talking about the game now. It might be time to actually start bringing up the game itself now. Patrick Mahomes has a chance to break my heart in ways. Man, has this heart been broken a lot this year. It started losing to an 84-win team, getting swept by an 84-win team in the first round of division rival that we didn't.
Well, hey, it's a new year. It's a new year. It is a new year.
Yeah, but I like to think of it as October to June championship seasons. The second the NBA Finals is over, now we're on to the next season, the next wave. That's kind of how I like to think about it. Okay. But
sports year. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes has a chance to make me really, really sad. Okay, my boogeyman might have 3 times as many as yours in a couple of days here, and you'll get to see me swallow that pill live in person. We'll be in New Orleans. I am making, guys, I'm making my debut.
Journey.
I'm making my debut at Yeoman this weekend. It'll be there, be loud, pack Yeoman, hashtag pack Yeoman. But back to the game. It's tough for me to think of many reasons why the Niners should win. When I just think of positional matchups and even vibe factors, I can't think of many reasons why the Niners should win.
Kadarius
Toney. That's why I kind of,
Kadarius
Toney. Well, this is the thing. I saw that Sky Moore was activated off the IR today.
Even better.
And I feel like it is in all parties' best interest where maybe the 3 snaps that Kadarius Toney may have played on Sunday, where he would have just been a lead blocker, that now goes to Sky, and Sky's gonna whiff the block. Don't get me wrong, he's missing the block. Just put him on the opposite side of the field. All right, don't have him line up play side. Have him play weak side, and boom, problem solved. Sky Moore's not getting a target. He's not even looking at the ball. Okay, the Chiefs can be safe here. But because of the lack of reasons why I think the Niners are going to win, that's kind of why I'm now more open to the thought of the Niners winning. For the past week and a half, I've been so narrow-minded. Chiefs are winning.
There is a guy on Twitter who has been wrong, has incorrectly picked the Super Bowl winner for the last 16 years consecutively.
Has Twitter been an app for 16 years? Yeah. 08?
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
He has incorrectly picked the Super Bowl winner for the last 16 years consecutively running. This year, he picked the Chiefs. If him and Drake picked the same team, especially, oh, yes, we'll see you later. Nice knowing you, Kansas City.
So the past 16 years,
he has gotten it wrong. You know how hard probability-wise that is?
That's just as impressive as picking every single one correct. It's equally as impressive.
I gotta pull out I think Desmos does it. I think I'm gonna pull this out. Hold on. Let me get into this.
Desmos does everything. So
yeah, let me check this out. It's 0.5, right? We're just gonna do 0.5. And I gotta do.
Okay. I'm just looking at the past 16 Super Bowls, and I'm just trying to point out the most preposterous team that he picked to win. I think off of spread. All right,
so this just is not.
Larry Fitz Cardinals to beat Troy Polamalu Steelers was the worst bet he's made so far.
I tried doing what's it called with the apostrophe and statistics?
Derivative?
No. With an exclamation point. Sorry, not apostrophe, exclamation point.
Factorial.
Yeah, I tried to do a factorial and I forgot which way I put in the 16. This is saying it's a 5% thing, which is not. That's too high. It's not a 5% chance you get it wrong 16 years in a row. So
yeah, no, not quite like that.
I go like this.
I think you can actually just do 16 factorial.
Would it be 16 factorial divided by? We're doing too much math here.
I think you could just do 16 factorial, Everett. I think it's
I don't know, because you have to have the 0.5 of probability, right?
Maybe. I don't want to think about this right now.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
We're
not a math podcast.
Want to think more is about football itself. Okay, right now, the Chiefs' defense is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I've got some fun little facts I want to bring up. I also just want to say one specific matchup I'm most excited to watch. Well, first, just as an Ohio State guy, Nick Bosa versus Trent. I'm just going to be staring at that the whole game.
Nick Bosa and Trent are on the same team.
Oh, shit. No. Nick Bosa, goddamn it. Orlando Brown.
Juwan Taylor.
No.
Andre Smith is the starter on the other side.
It's left tackle on the Chiefs.
It's Juwan Taylor.
Left tackle on the Chiefs.
Andre Smith are the tackles. I believe Andre Smith is the left tackle.
Andre Smith?
Andre Smith.
I'm looking up Andre Smith right now. It says he is not currently employed in the NFL.
I'm pretty sure
could have swore Orlando Brown.
No, he's on the Bengals now, remember?
Who the hell is the Chiefs left
Donovan
tackle?
Smith. Donovan Smith, not Andre Smith. Donovan Smith. I thought it was Andre Smith, but I had the face right. I just didn't have the name right. Yeah, Donovan Smith.
Wait, what the hell? My brain's in a blender right now. I swear.
Remember they let Orlando Brown go and they got Jawan Taylor instead.
Wait, no, it wasn't Orlando Brown. It was someone else.
Jawan Taylor and
Donovan not Jawan Taylor, not false start guy. Other guy played left tackle. Damn it. Let me find this.
Andrew Wiley played left tackle last year.
Holy shit. What the hell? I'm going crazy right now. I'm going nuts.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Fraud alert.
Yeah, well deserved. Good timing.
But Donovan Smith. That's the tackle.
My God, just put my head in a blender there. Okay. Holy shit. Nick Bosa. I love him. But Brandon Ayuk and L'Jarius Sneed. I feel like L'Jarius Sneed this year has stepped up in such a big way. Brandon Ayuk, I feel like recently, he maybe hasn't gotten as much shine as he did at the first half of the year. I feel like we were hearing a lot of Brandon Ayuk's name.
Trust me, he's been getting his flowers.
Okay.
He was the fourth best wide receiver this year statistically. Like I think he had the fourth most yards in the NFL.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, that makes the matchup even more interesting. Who would have thought? I love L'Jarius Sneed, Brandon Ayuk. I even have to admit L'Jarius Sneed. That's a guy I wish played for the Chargers. But this is a matchup that I'm very, very interested in. Pass rush, O-line matchups on both sides of the ball, okay? Starting off, first things first, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is first in the NFL in sack percentage, meaning on passing plays. They have the highest percentage of passing plays that end in sacks. They don't have the most sacks in the NFL. The Ravens do. But the 49ers offense are 9th in sacks allowed per passing play. So both top 10, Kansas City is first in the NFL. On the other side, the 49ers defense, believe it or not, Everett, they are 20th in the NFL in sack percentage.
They're not having a good season.
Chase Young, embarrassing. Nick, I was kind of shocked seeing the lack of Nick Bosa double team percentage numbers this season. I kind of feel like by that nature, Nick should be eating more. But the Chiefs offensive line, Everett, yeah, they're number 2 in the NFL in sack percentage allowed. So in terms of pass rushing and pass blocking, the Kansas City Chiefs dominate.
No. You're saying like they're dominant. It's good. It's okay. Number 2 made me think that they're yeah.
Number 2 given up, so they give up the second lowest percentage of sacks.
There you go.
So I mean, Kansas City, they have big pass rush, pass blocking.
Real quick, I just want to look at who the Chiefs played defensive line wise. First game is the Lions, so it's only Aiden Hutchinson. Next game's the Jaguars, don't fucking matter. Bears, don't fucking matter. Jets, kind of matters, but not really. Vikings, fuck no, we don't matter. Broncos, don't matter. Chargers, what would you say? Did the Chargers matter?
Definitely doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Broncos, again, doesn't matter. Dolphins, was Bradley Chubb already out? Let's look at that. That's now what matters. No, Bradley Chubb was there. Okay, so that matters. That's one team that matters.
Well, if I'm going to be completely honest, I'm going to personally put the blocking Danielle Hunter way above Bradley Chubb. So if Bradley Chubb puts the Dolphins on the list, then the Vikings are on that list.
No, but it's Bradley Chubb, Christian Wilkins, and Jalen Phillips. The Vikings only have one dude. Like, there's no internal pressure. That's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. One defense so far. Eagles, yeah, I'd say Eagles, sure. Raiders, outside of Max Crosby, no. Packers, sure. So that's 3. Bills,
I think the Packers have a pretty good pass rush. That's
Bills, no.
That's just me.
Bills, no. Patriots,
no. I think Bills are yes.
It's just at all. Who
Hubbard
else is on
and
the
Hendrickson?
Outside? Bills. Hendrickson is on the.
Oh, I thought you
said
Bengals. I thought you said Bengals. Oh shit.
They did play the Bengals.
Wait, Bills. Well, Bills.
It's just Ed Oliver. Von Miller sucked ass. So
I wasn't even thinking. wasn't.
They played four teams.
Necessarily.
They played 4 teams with pretty good defensive lines out of 17 games. So I feel like the way you track these D lines may have been I'm thinking of okay. Let's just think about it this way. I'm just thinking cohesively.
I'm just saying to be number 1 in their sack rate and also number 2 in sack rate allowed. Hey, it's the National Football League.
All I'm saying is let's look at.
I hate the fucking Chiefs, but I'm gonna have to give you some credit.
The outside and the inside, right? Let's not because your outside pressure could be fucking horrible, but because your inside doesn't give up anything, then it's gonna be good, right? Like it can if you have like the 16th, if you have the 16th worst outside but the best inside, then it's gonna make you like the 8th. So.
Well, I don't think it exactly lines up like that.
No, I know, but you get what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just going to value the edge rushing way fucking more than the D tackle on any of these lines.
I mean, I think that there's a handful of linemen, there's a handful of
interior. Well, there's a handful of interior linemen that I would actually consider them.
Speaking of that, Javon Hargrave and Kinlaw, who have both been having pretty good years, and who have both made some problems for teams. On top of that, with Nick Bosa, we're not going to talk about Chase Young because fuck that. Let's talk about those 3 guys.
I genuinely think he shouldn't start.
And hey, don't forget that one guy, Eric Armstead, who's still on the team too. So let's talk about those guys, right? And let's look at how.
No, I know, but
let's look at how they compare.
Why are they 20th in sack rate? They're all there. Before the season started, I even said myself, that's best D-line in the NFL, not even fucking close. What the hell? Why are they 20?
Just comparing that on face value to who the Chiefs have played. And because of that, face value wise, I don't think the Chiefs have played many teams that are like that.
I feel like this is a more of a college football thing. The opponents played. I feel like usually in the NFL, if you're first in sack percentage and second in sack percentage allowed, they're good. They're very good at pass rushing and pass blocking. I don't think we can debate that.
It is also the Chiefs, so keep in mind Juwan Taylor's getting like 3 steps off before.
But hey, the refs ain't calling it, so
they did to start the year. They did to start the year.
Hey, I'm just saying. Well, in the Super Bowl, do you think they're gonna call it? Fuck no, Everett. They're gonna call. They're gonna call offsides on the defense. Okay,
I really hope that I get to see Trent Williams running full speed out of the fullback position. That's what I want. That's what America wants. God, that's what America wants.
I think we should give. Oh my God, I know it's not. Okay, I'm going to keep on betting big man touchdown for the rest of my life in the Super Bowl. I don't see the Niners doing it. The Chiefs, yes. I know the Chiefs have a big man touchdown play in the red zone lined up. I know they do. I know Andy Reid has been cooking that up. I don't know if the Niners have one of those. I don't know if they do. I'm not sure if Trent's going to get a touchdown opportunity. But if we go to the other side, like, fuck it, Creed Humphrey might get a touchdown. I know he plays center. I know it's impossible for him to actually fucking get the ball, but he might. Andy Reid will find a way. All right. All I got to say, might be a little fumble-looski. I don't know.
Okay, so one thing I want to point out, Chiefs are the home game for this game. We've already gone over the whole uniform combo, who's won that, right? But they're the home team.
White jerseys usually, yeah.
Because they're the home team, they get the Raiders practice facility. It's a $75 million.
I feel like is a much bigger deal than.
This is a $75 million practice facility, 330,000 square feet, 4 indoor and 4 outdoor / outdoor fields, 150 seat meeting room. Like, it's essentially like you're at home. There's weight rooms, dining rooms, recovery rooms, all that. The 49ers have to practice at UNLV. You want to know what the difference there is? It's an outdoor field.
Is it raining in Vegas too right now?
I don't.
LA,
maybe that's storm. Maybe that's storm. But outdoor field, I can guarantee you that their weight, dining, and recovery rooms are not like you're going to the fucking cafeteria.
Yeah,
like
it's
not
UNLV versus come on,
versus a $75 million facility. Yeah, I would be a little
heard that their field conditions were awful.
Yeah, no, I would be pretty fucking pissed if I was the 49ers.
Yeah, that's very unfair.
Like, what you should be doing is splitting the Raiders practice facility times. Yeah. That's what you should be doing. That's what the teams have done for Cotton Bowl for bowl games. That's what we did. We're there a week ahead of time. I guarantee you NFL teams can do that too. Subjecting a team to practice in shittier conditions is also bullshit.
Though, how does the Raiders let their division rival get there? Why would
they don't get a choice?
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking.
But that fact is that's kind of fucked. And for the fact that like the 49ers are at an inherent disadvantage right now.
Yeah.
Like not being able to recover it. Like imagine using like a fucking $20 million recovery center versus maybe $1 million. And the size difference in that and like the facility itself and what you have in there. Like the Raiders are probably
definitely an additional distraction.
The Chiefs probably have like you're like getting into pools, you're getting to go into hot tubs, you're going to go into like those underwater like treadmill things. The 49ers.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
49ers might have like some heating pads, maybe a table to lay on,
a Theragun or two.
Maybe that's bold.
Like I honestly think that shipment hasn't come in yet. Actually, sorry.
I honestly think the setup that the 49ers probably have in their hotel training room is nicer than the setup that they might have at their practice facility right now. Like that's crazy to me. But anyways, I think that's just kind of horse shit. Now the game itself. Let's do our predictions. Let's do how we think things are gonna go. We're gonna get everything. We're gonna get Gatorade Bath color. We're going to get who you think the MVP will be.
Easy prediction. Just even though flavor wise, no way I'd be drinking out of that Gatorade. But both teams are red. It'd be easy to go there.
Now, we throw a caveat in here. Said this last year.
Yeah.
There are 2 to 4 Gatorade coolers with Gatorade in it. There is also ones with water in them. So if they take the water ones, it will be clear. So you always hedge the bet with clear. You pick a color and you always pick clear. Because it's going to be kind of 50-50. Is
this inside trading information? If you're,
I don't work for medicine anymore. So no,
all right,
I'm good. I'm good. I don't have an NDA with them. No. So I said it last year, but whatever color you pick, hedge it with clear because there's always a possibility that it's going to just be water. That's the way that the setups work. Now I know you said red, and I'm going the same thing that I said before. I don't think they make a red powder.
Yeah,
I don't think they make a red powder. I don't think they do it.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm going to go with the next closest color.
Hybrid flavors. What are the odds of that?
They don't do that. They don't do that.
Okay.
So last year, I think it was purple.
Let me look up past Super Bowl.
Purple. This year, I'm saying it's orange. Okay.
I'm looking up the past Gatorade colors. Okay. I am seeing purple Gatorade for the Chiefs last year.
And I think that was also the same color of
blue for the Bucks. 2021 is not listed. I don't know what the Bengals Rams one was. Chiefs in 2020 was orange. Chiefs last year was purple. So the Chiefs got zero continuity here. All right. The Chiefs got
Gatorade supplies them. Gatorade supplies them bags at the facility. Like it's just whatever Gatorade gives.
Can we Google Gatorade's
supplies
shipments to NFL teams over the past 6
months?
Where's
the plane tracking guy? That's who we need right now. The Twitter plane tracking guy. That's what I need.
I'm looking up Gatorade NFL team shipments 2024.
I think it's going to be orange. They don't make green. It could be blue. It could be purple. It's not going to be red. Purple was last
yellow?
year.
Do they have a powder?
It could be red. It could be. Yes, that is a very, very. It's a very common color. Okay. They have Arctic Rush, like the purplish one. They have the light blue. They have yellow. They have orange. Those are the ones I've seen. It's those 4.
Okay.
Disregard red. I've never seen that. I've never seen fruit punch.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, I think that is safe. Let's cross red off. Let's take that one off the table. I'm going to go.
I don't think they do purple. We haven't seen back-to-back colors, have we?
Yeah, no. That's another thing. We have not seen back-to-back colors.
Yellow or orange or blue.
I'm not going to look at odds. I'm not looking at odds. I'm going blue.
I think it's going to be between orange and yellow.
Actually, no. Okay, hear this logic. I'm going to pick what I think in my head is the least appetizing Gatorade flavor, because I would assume that whoever dumps it on their coach, they want to pick the fullest Gatorade.
They only get one color. There's only one color.
I thought you were saying the 4 different coolers have different.
No, it's one. Unless the NFL does it differently.
But one of them has water in it.
Like probably 2 have water in them.
Okay.
So there's probably like 6 in total, and it's split 3 and 3.
I was gonna say
something like that.
Of all those flavors, what do you think is the least appetizing? What will have the most Gatorade left in it at the end?
Probably lemon lime.
That was a good logic. That was a good way of thinking about it, though. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with lemon lime. I think it's gonna be.
I think I'm gonna stick with blue, but shit, that yellow seems.
I kind of feel. Hold on. Wait a damn second.
I think that yellow seems damn promising.
Hold on. Last year was purple, right?
Yes. Last year purple, blue the year before. I don't know 2021.
All right, we're doing some. There's purple in the Super Bowl logo from last year. What was it 2 years ago?
Let me look up. Sorry, let me get those Super Bowl logos. You gotta add theory at the end, or else they'll show you like the OG.
Please fucking tell me it was orange 2 years ago. Oh no, that one wasn't documented.
No, it's just the colors of the teams. It's just the colors of the team.
No, purple was last year, and purple was in the logo.
I thought that was for this year.
No. I looked up 57 logo. There's purple in the last year. Okay, well I can't do it in 55.
I could have sworn last year it was green red for Chiefs Eagles.
There was some purple. There was green, red, and there's a little bit of purple in it.
Yeah, I can't find this shit. I'm not.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's not worth it. Anyways, Grant's going blue. I'm gonna take yellow and clear. Always take clear. Always hedge.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, I want to get this out of the way. What is the first song that Usher will perform? I famously got absolutely scorched on this prop bed. I fucking hate you, The Weeknd. You are my least favorite artist of all time. All right. I hate Starboy. That's the worst song ever created. But Everett, what will be the first song that Usher plays?
Scream is a possibility. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the name of this song. Yeah, is a possibility. DJ's Got Us Falling in Love, I think, is also up there. I think it's between those 3. Like, if you want to go for like it's one of those 3. I'm probably gonna assume it's not gonna be DJ's Got Us Falling in Love. I think it's gonna be Yeah. I think it's gonna be Yeah. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think it's Yeah or Scream. I think it's gonna be Yeah.
Okay, I think that is a pretty solid guess. I feel like Usher, once again, not the biggest guy right now, but I think Usher might want to, kind of play into some old vibes. He might want to set the mood. Maybe not want to play his biggest song first. I predict that Usher will start the Super Bowl off with Oh My God. I believe he will start off with Oh My God. That song, everyone recognizes it. And I think he's going to start off with that one.
Okay. All right. Okay. Super Bowl MVP.
In a way, we are announcing who we think is going to win the Super Bowl to a degree here. The Super Bowl MVP will be. Oh, do you want to go first?
Let's give one for each team. Let's just do that.
Okay, sure.
Because I want to save our pick. Yeah, each team.
As much as I want to say it, no. Patrick Mahomes, and on the other side, as much as I want to say Kelsey, no, Patrick Mahomes is going to win it. On the other side, I'm going to go with, it should be Brock, but I'll make this one fun. It's going to go to Nick Bosa, has 2 strip sacks and a fumble.
So I think 49ers is CMC, and I think that I'm going to do it. Travis.
All right.
I think I'm going to do it.
All right.
And I mean, Mahomes, I think Mahomes is going to be like, hey, if you get two or more touchdowns, I'm going to tell them, give it to you. I think that's going to be.
Oh, you think Mahomes will do that?
I think Mahomes is going to be like, I'm like, I got you. Because he's going to know, Travis, I know you're
powerful as Mahomes is. I don't think he's allowed to make that decision. I think if Roger wants to push a narrative here, Patty,
you know what narrative that Roger wants to push? The one that's about to make him money, which is Taylor Swift.
I know. But Yeah, he has a decision there.
But he's gonna be like, no, actually, plus 1,000 odds. Patrick Mahomes wins it and goes, I don't deserve this, and hands it to Travis Kelce. Plus 1,000.
I think we should up those numbers, but sure.
20,000.
Yeah, I think another fun one that I saw was who's the first person that the Super Bowl MVP will thank. I think it's an easy one for the quarterback's offensive line. Oh, God. I if quarterback doesn't shout out the O-line first, I think the first know how they block for him ever again.
I think
like Joe Burrow when he had his Heisman speech.
I honestly think the very first thing is going to be God. I honestly think no matter what is going to be the man above.
Well, it depends. It depends.
It does depend.
It depends. I have a feeling that for quarterback, we're gonna have to go with O-line. I might need to go look up Mahomes' past. He has multiple MVP speeches, so I gotta look them up. But okay. I got one more little I guess you have some more fun.
Player of the game
number thing.
Player of the game doesn't matter win or lose. Player of the game.
How do we track player of the game?
Just the player who made the most impact, doesn't matter per side.
Okay.
So I mean, MVP only goes to the winning team. No, who's going to make the most impact?
I think the player of the most impact in this game is going to end up being first potential to make the most impact. George Karlaftis first. I'm not gonna put him though. Guy who I think is going to end up making also another underrated guy, Leo Chenal, Nick Bolton. Oh my fucking God, bro. Those Chiefs linebackers, they're dogs.
Fred Warner.
Ooh, I like that one too. I want to go with a lineman though. I want to say either Trent. I want to pick a lineman here. I'm going to go with either Trent or Creed Humphrey. One of those two.
Okay. All right, let's get this last little bit that you have and then give our predictors for the winners.
I just want to say kind of a little big thing how I like to look at these matchups, especially when it comes to Super Bowl. I kind of like thinking how these offenses are constructed. How do these offenses like to operate? Do they need to be on schedule to operate their styles of offenses? Or is it a little more, I don't know, variable and can operate no matter what the situation is? But in general, the San Francisco 49ers have one of the most balanced offenses in the league. They run the ball 48.2% of the time, which is the third highest rate in the NFL. We all know Christian McCaffrey, of course. The Niners like to run the ball a lot. The Chiefs have a pretty unbalanced offense. They throw the ball 60.2% of the time, the seventh highest rate in the NFL. But, they have that guy, Patrick Mahomes. So I feel like that just makes a lot of sense. But I kind of feel like just looking at those things, even just thinking about quarterback situations, I feel like the Chiefs, they kind of have some more leeway where if the Niners have a lead at halftime, I'm not necessarily sure if the Chiefs aren't out of the game if they are down at halftime. The Niners, though, I feel like you asked me before the playoffs started, I'm not exactly sure if Brock Purdy can come back. Now, in pretty much every single playoff game this year, maybe not their first one, but Brock Purdy literally, they've only played 2 so far. He has made big-time comebacks. Brock Purdy has led the Niners back in the second half. He has proved me and many other people wrong. Obviously, though, I just wanted to point out that the Niners, that recent comeback was against the Lions, and their secondary shit. I mean, I should be letting you say this part right here, but, the Lions, not the greatest defense of all time. I feel like if you think Detroit Motor City, like a Dan Campbell team, you would kind of think their defense would be a little more stout. But last week, the Chiefs offense, I just don't know if Mahomes and the Chiefs are going to let the Niners have an opportunity to come back on them if that is the case. I feel like last week with Chiefs Ravens, okay, the Chiefs offense was not dynamic in the second half. I don't think they scored a point in the second half, actually. But I know for fucking fact that if Lamar tied that game up or took a lead, I know Mahomes would have immediately answered and scored a touchdown. That's how this shit works. Mahomes doesn't just get blanked in the second half half when he needs to score. That just doesn't happen. I've seen this shit too many fucking times. But once again, the Niners just did it fucking 2 weeks in a row. So they can actually do it. I just don't know if they could do it against Patrick. And I'm not talking Patrick Starr. I'm talking Patrick Mahomes here. So I don't know. That isn't saying I think the Chiefs are guaranteed to have a lead at halftime. I don't know who's going to have a lead at halftime. But I just feel like there are more ways for the Chiefs to win this game than the Niners. A lot more ways for the Chiefs to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I do also think
feel like in recent weeks that Niners defense has looked
look lethargic, but I also think that to discount the 49ers ability to come back and win or just to win is
another thing. I don't know. Let me look up the total amount of points the Chiefs have given up.
Now remember, outside of the Lions game, right? Like in total, Kyle Shanahan's teams are 2-37 when trailing by double digits. So, I mean, if this game gets away, like the history says it's not likely. So we'll see. We will see. I think that it will be interesting, and I think that I honestly think that this could be a very, very tight knit Super Bowl. I think.
I think this is a low scoring under type game. So Everett, fun fact of the day: the Kansas City Chiefs in their last 3 fourth quarters, they have given up a total of 3 points.
I think that I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Jesus Christ, he's about to get number 3. He's about
to get number
3. I can't do this shit anymore.
49ers scored 10 in the fourth quarter. I'm saying it.
I know, but 10. This is Chiefs.
I'm saying it.
This is Chiefs.
49ers scored 10.
In the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Touchdown and a field goal.
Or a touchdown.
I'm trying to think of another way of touchdown 2-point and a safety.
2-point getting back and scoring a touchdown.
No. They got a pick 2 on
and then a safety
on a
pick
Chiefs
1
conversion. Oh yeah, that would only be 1.
Well, no, that works because the safety's 2, then that's 1, then this is the touchdown, so that's 3, so 10.
Oh shit! Yeah, I immediately in my head I was like, 6 points even. Jake Moody. Well, Jake Moody's going to miss a field goal. Jake Moody's going to miss a field goal on Sunday. He is. Oh, he is.
Yeah, he will.
Oh, yeah,
he's going to. You think Jim Harbaugh drives up and is just like, hey, it's okay, man. Like, trust yourself.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I got no idea. I think, shout out Jim. He's got his priorities straight. He's caring about putting out a winner, but yeah.
Okay, final score. I'll give mine. I got off-season wish list to give out. Actually, no off-season wish list. If you want them, actually, no, I have to give them. Okay. I was gonna say you go to TikTok, but I'm gonna get. Yeah. No, let's give our scores.
All right. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. 24-17.
Yeah, that's a nice clean score right there. That one's nice, clean. That one's.
I always kind of go. I try and go nice. Well, like most scores also end in like 0-1, 4, and 7. So 17-24 Chiefs win.
Okay, I'm going to go with a slightly weird score here. I'm going to go 32-26 Chiefs.
How do you get 26?
I don't know. We'll figure out on Sunday.
I guess you get 20. And then, I mean, Jake Moody missing probably an extra point, maybe something like that. Yeah.
I'm just picking random numbers here.
Okay. All right. Both have Chiefs winning. Somehow the 49ers might leak their way into this.
We're going to try our best to jinx this. I
hope everybody knows. I hope everybody knows that both Grant and I will be rooting for the 49ers. If that we don't think they're going to win, but that doesn't mean we will not be cheering for them. Okay. All right, to wrap up the episode, we have 3 offseason wish lists. All right. Starting with the Commanders. So about to have a fun time here. Their new coach, Dan Quinn. Re-sign Cameron Curl, Kendall Fuller, Casey Toohill, Jabril Cox, and Kaliki Hudson. Sign Antoine Winfield, Ezra Cleveland, Jerron Christian, Devin White, AJ Epinesa, and Greg the Leg. And tender Brandon Dillon, Curtis Brooks, and David Botta. That's the Commanders.
Couple big names there near the start.
Yep.
You run through those again one more time.
So re-signing Cameron Curl and Kendall Fuller, and signing big names are Antoine Winfield, Devin White, Ezra Cleveland's a big name, and AJ Epinesa.
Yeah, the Devin White one. Now I think him and the Bucks, they are parting.
I don't know. It seemed like it, but also seemed like not. So you don't really know.
I don't really know. I feel like, be careful paying these linebackers. Be careful.
Yeah, but also Roquan just got a bag and
he's weird though. He is still
Terrell Edmonds did a pretty good job. Kaiser White's doing a pretty good job, even though he got hurt. So is the other guy that the Bears signed. He had a pretty good year. So the recent signings have been good. I also think that Devin White's payday went down a little bit. It's like more like 11 right now.
I feel like you know what, Bucks probably could let Devin walk.
It's Tajay time. Hashtag Tajay time. Titans offseason wish list. Number 1, obviously, make Tajay the full-time starter. But resign Aziz Al-Shair, Danico Autry, Nick Folk, Jaleel Johnson, and Sean Murphy Bunting. Sign Michael Dana, Frankie Louvu, Connor Williams, Jonah Jackson, and Kenny Moore. And tender Julius Chestnut, Marlon Davidson, and Jack Gibbons.
I'm sorry. We gotta focus in on one guy here. Julius Chestnut, a name that does not instantly pop off the top of my head. It appears if he will be Tajay's backup.
Third string.
String.
Dontrell Hilliard, I think, is still there.
Yeah, unfamiliar with Mr. Hilliard's game. Not gonna lie.
Also, Tulane running back.
It's just Tajay time. It's Tajay time. It's simple as that.
Simple.
If you've seen some very interesting charts recently on yards after contact for college running back careers, and let's just say Tajay, it's time. It's time.
It's time.
I hate seeing Vrabel leaving the room. I think Vrabel and Tajay would have been a beautiful pairing. But one man made it to this season and the other didn't. And the one who made it is Tajay. So we are all on Team Tajay. Absolute stud.
Yeah. I told everybody, you called me a madman. How about now? All right.
Receiving
I know things.
Threat, guys. Remember, receiving threat. That's a big part
Roll
of
wave.
Here.
Roll wave. All right. All right. Cardinals is the last one. Draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Resign Hollywood Brown, Chris Barnes, Antonio Hamilton, and Lecky Fotu. Sign Kevin Dotson, CJ Henderson, and Javon Kinlaw. Restructure Kyle. Oh my God. The congestion's getting me, man. Restructure Kyler Murray and tender Greg Dortch.
Yeah, I think going into the season, we were questioning, considering, could we see Arizona potentially move off of Kyler? We were kind of assuming for a while that they would end up getting number 1 pick and Caleb, but I think Kyler, they are probably better off keeping him there long term. Pairing him up with Marv could really help Kyler out a lot.
But also, think about it this way, all right? Bring Marquise Brown back to your contract, okay? $28 million over 2 years.
Okay.
He's now going to be your second wide receiver. Marv is 1. Your wide receiver room is now Marv, Hollywood Brown, Rondell Moore, who people forget is actually disgusting. He was pretty good this year. And Greg Dortch, who was also pretty good this year. So, I mean, that's turning into a pretty nice wide receiver room. I think Zach Pascal is still there, and a couple of other guys. But I'd say that's turning into a pretty nice wide receiver. I think you need another kind of tall weapon because none of the other wide receivers besides Marv would be big. But Trey McBride's still good. Improving the offensive line will help a lot.
I'm very impressed with Trey McBride's catch rate on 106 targets, 81 receptions. That's around 80% catch rate, little under. That's crazy good. So shout out Trey McBride.
Yep.
Dynasty tight end steal
Colorado
right
State product over there. But that's it. That's it. So with that, I hope everybody enjoys Super Bowl Sunday. I hope everybody has a great Mardi Gras if you are celebrating.
Well, there's a good chance many of us don't enjoy Super Bowl Sunday if the Chiefs win, but yes.
I hope we can enjoy Super Bowl Sunday. Let's think positively, right? I hope everybody has a great Super Bowl Sunday. I hope that everybody enjoys Mardi Gras if you're celebrating. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, we're gonna keep it short today. Waterboy's out.